Coming up on Face the State, Nevada has seen huge changes since the recession, with some industries nearly dying off and then rebuilding in a completely different way. So how does the Silver State's tourism industry look now? And more importantly, what will it look like as the state grows and changes? I'll ask Nevada's tourism director. Then I'll ask the head of EDON about projections for Nevada's job market and population when Face the State starts right after the break. Welcome to Face the State. I'm Ariana Bennett. Thank you for being with us. Well, as Nevada has recovered after the recession, we've seen a shift away from gaming-based tourism solely and a push for different types of visitors here to Nevada. Our Nevada Tourism Director Claudia Vecchio is here now to tell us how that effort is going. Claudia, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Nevada's tourism industry was one of the main industries that was really hit hard during the recession. Has it mostly recovered since then?
It's absolutely recovered since then, and you made a very interesting point in the introduction in that the diversification of the industry is really a key to the success today and into the future. So as we look at, gaming is still a very important driver for travelers coming to Nevada. And, but we are, from the Division of Tourism standpoint, helping our partners to understand the importance of really evolving into a more diversified offering. We can't influence product, we can't change product, but I hope that we can influence messaging and influence our partners in understanding how the industry is changing so that they can help their partners to influence the product, because it is a necessary part of this. So from a messaging standpoint, we're really looking at the way millennials travel as a key market for us, the way baby boomers and Gen Xers are evolving their travel, and really what these people are looking for in a total experience. Thankfully, Nevada has an extraordinary amount of wonderful urban and rural experiences. So when we talk about diversification, we're very lucky in that we can achieve those goals of really finding these gems that travelers are looking for.
So what are you finding that millennials want, that Gen Xers want when they travel?
Yeah, it's very different based on those generations, but we're really focusing on millennials because of the fact that millennials see travel as just a given birthright. I mean, that's part of their lives. It's not something that's necessarily special or that they plan all year for. They just go. And Nevada is a wonderful place for that because of the outdoor adventure and the ATVing and the really, millennial focused kinds of activities that we have. So, so when we look at millennials and what they want, it's very much a long weekend. It's lots of trips. It's to have all these experiences while they're out there. We call them experiential merit badges, so they can, kind of count down the things that they've done and go back and brag to their friends and family.
Post it on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly right. Post it on Instagram. Social media, obviously very important. So we're really focusing on communicating Nevada as it would appeal to millennials without, the danger is that we would lose our boomer travelers who are really our core audience. But I don't think we will. I think that the boomers travel, always want to be young, always want to be vibrant, and so we continue to keep those messages going for boomers and try and build this new millennial audience.
What's the ideal breakdown, for Nevada between number of people we're getting in for gaming-based tourism and number of people we're getting in for other industries?
Now, that's an interesting question. I mean, Las Vegas is now seeing a little over 60% in the entertainment, the broader entertainment piece. And so I think if we were to get somewhere around a 70-30 split with non-gaming and entertainment and outdoor recreation at a 70% and gaming at 30%, gaming, it continues to be incredibly important, and it's essentially important for some of our international travelers. And I think that's really where we can see that segment continue to be very strong. But from our standpoint, promoting the entirety of the state, there are so many rich and wonderful experiences in our urban communities. They don't drive the kind of revenue that our urban communities do, but it certainly creates this total rich experience for Nevada.
Are you finding that people are aware of that when you go and market Nevada and other places, do they know what's here, or do they still kind of have a different perception?
That's an amazing thing to me, that it continues to this day, that people have the idea that it's Las Vegas and virtually nothing. And all the education that we do, all the marketing, all the PR, everything, that is still such a dominating factor in how Nevada is perceived. I think it's changing. I hope it's changing. Obviously, that's our real goal as a state tourism office, is to help people understand what else there is out there. But it's an ongoing educational process for sure.
So still Vegas. Do you ask them about Reno specifically, about
Absolutely.
Northern Nevada? What do they
Surely.
think of Reno now?
Yes. So we have really very good perceptions about Reno domestically, and wonderful perception about Reno and Lake Tahoe internationally. It continues to be a strong driver for a strong appeal, really, for people to come to Nevada. And as we introduce them to the way Reno is evolving, which is really exciting to be watching this in the past 4 years or so that I've been here and watched Reno evolve. How exciting is this? So travelers can feel that excitement. They feel momentum. They know when things are moving. And so that really has heightened the appeal of the Reno Lake Tahoe area.
So where are most of our tourists coming from? Are they mostly domestic, mostly regional, international?
Yeah, they are primarily domestic. At this point, the lion's share of them come from California. Depending on where you are in the state, it's a northern or southern California draw. Our top 5 markets are contiguous states, so Arizona, Utah, New Mexico. Oddly enough, Nevadans only comprise about 8% of our travelers. So we have enormous opportunity to get Las Vegans and get Renoites out into the state. But then international travel, I think, is really our key for the future. And it's hard to track that because they come into gateway cities of San Francisco and LA, and we kind of lose them. But I fully expect there to be 20–25% of our travelers, if not more, from some of these emerging countries. And so a lot of our time is spent on international and in really building this brand of Nevada on an international stage. And the international audience loves what we have to offer. They love the urban experiences, but they want that Americana, that reality that is out there in our urban communities, the Native American experiences, the national and state parks. This is things that they just relish. And so it's, we have this great opportunity to convey all this to them.
Now, is this predominantly Asian countries, or is this all over?
It's all over. We have offices in 10 international countries, including North America, South America, some European countries, plus Asia and Australia. And they all travel a little bit differently, but they all are very interested in Nevada. Some of them primarily interested in Las Vegas and using Las Vegas as a hub to see some of the big national parks in southern Nevada and southern Utah. But certainly as we introduce them to Reno and Lake Tahoe, equally as interested in that. The Asians love Reno and Lake Tahoe. The Australians are an ideal fit for Nevada. They're adventurers, they're fun, they're just, go out there and do it kind of travelers. So we approach each of these markets a little bit differently, but thank goodness we have wonderful product and wonderful experiences for them here.
Now, you recently closed one of the tourism offices overseas in China, correct? Why did that close?
Yeah, we're really restructuring our effort in China. It's the office has been there for a decade, a little over a decade, and it was started with an incredible vision to have Nevada be really the first state to have an office in China. It was brilliant decision making a decade ago. But as everything does, China's changed, it's evolved, its sales and marketing environment is involved, and I think really for the best interest of Nevada, we're kind of taking a different look, a different approach to China, and I think it's ultimately going to be a more nimble, more effective way for us to approach that market.
You think it's still a lot of possibility for?
Huge possibility. I don't think anybody truly understands the possibility, even with the devaluation of the Chinese financial system. I think that there's still an enormous opportunity there, and Chinese love Nevada.
Is there a #1 priority for your international marketing efforts right now?
In terms of geographical priority, I think that we have great potential from Brazilians. We now actually This summer we have a huge number of travel agents and tour operators from Brazil coming into northern Nevada. So there'll be some, I think we'll see some great uptick from Brazil. And also emerging markets, South Korea, tremendous opportunities there too, as well as Australia, which I think is just spot on for Nevada.
I mean, as this whole shift happens, you know, from the just gaming-based tourism to this more diverse type of tourism, is there enough business to support that, the size of the industry that we've always had in the past, or should we expect to see our tourism industry in Nevada just be a little bit less of a power player overall?
I don't think we're going to be less of a power player. I think as we diversify the industry, you know, tourism and the quality of life and the recreational infrastructure and all that tourism offers to residents and businesses looking to relocate here, it's a very important component. And so I think we're going to continue to be just a very strong economic driver in the state. Our tourism industry is the best in the business. Our Reno hoteliers know this business as well as anybody. They know how to evolve. They know how to make the next phase work. And so I have great confidence in our industry to really take this as an opportunity to diversify and to look at new and innovative ways to offer extraordinary tourism. We're also looking at some of these companies that are moving in to offer tourism opportunities as well through company tours and different things that they'll be doing that'll